y'all. Welcome back. This is episode 178 of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow, the number one Arrowverse podcast on Pornhub. I am your host, Lord Cussalott Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined as always by my co-host Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello.
How you doing tonight, Mara?
I'm alive.
I hear you.
I feel like I've been like high all day too.
Yeah. Also, I don't think I've actually showed this on the podcast before because I normally don't have, this show on The Office, but look at the background. It's my certificate. That's why I'm officially Lord Cussalott. I am a Lord because of that right there.
I'm dead.
Yeah. We are not here to talk about my lordship status. We are here to talk about the Arrowverse on the CW. Supergirl, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, Black Lightning, Batwoman, Stargirl, Superman and Lois, Naomi. Even though this week we're only talking about the Flash. That's the only show that came on this week.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, we got a bit of a break this week. And with that break, we chose to record other podcasts. So it's
like real break it was too, right?
Oh man. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. This episode of The Flash was called what?
Lockdown.
Okay, Lockdown. So this episode kicks off. We got Chester at Star Labs. He's in there by himself. He's talking to himself, as one does when they're by themselves. Don't act like you don't do it. We all do it. And if you don't, obviously you just, you're boring.
You don't trust yourself.
See, I was going to say you're a boring conversationalist, but it's just like if you don't even want to talk to you, like who else really wants to talk to you? How I see it.
I see it as you don't trust yourself with your own secrets.
That might be the case too. Because, some of us got some serious secrets. If you can't trust yourself, who can you really trust?
No one.
You need to learn to love yourself and trust yourself, people. Like, get together. Give yourself a reason to trust yourself too. Become trustworthy to yourself,
Deem yourselves.
Growth.
Emotional growth.
Yeah. Expansion.
Not emotional damage.
No, not the damage. We want growth, not damage. Yeah. No matter what Uncle Roger says. Now, so he's talking about lunch. He's like, what am I gonna do for lunch and all that kind of stuff? Like, I can walk away for lunch for just a little bit. It'll be quick. But like in that amount of time, all this shit can go wrong. And he like lists all this other stuff that could go wrong in that brief amount of time. But luckily, Allegra shows up and brings lunch.
Right. Crisis averted.
Yeah. And in the midst of that, we get some awkward accidental flirting going on, and they don't know how to handle it. And yeah. It was just like, yo, just bone and get it over with, like for real.
I got a bubble tea.
So let's see. That was very aggressive.
Got to make sure it goes through straight, because there have been times I've definitely like poked it lightly and it's like, no.
I understand. I've had that problem before too.
Yeah, maybe sealing it like they don't want me to get to it.
Yeah. Sometimes when it's closed off for a reason though, Mara,
Look how big this is.
You ever think of asking for consent first? Like,
no. Look how big this is.
That's what she said.
30 ounces of bubble tea.
A lot of bubble tea.
Thanks, Tea Magic.
So then, luckily, to end the awkwardness, 3 different crimes are happening at the same time, but Flash is already on it. He snatches them all up, brings them down to police headquarters. Captain Kramer is annoyed.
I was gonna say she was not thrilled.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't realize until this episode how much I enjoy saying Captain Kramer. But I do. I do. I enjoy alliteration and rhymes. So it's just, Captain Kramer is fun for me to say.
Gotcha. Even
So
though it's like CK.
I didn't even think about all that. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Alliteration only applies to the sound for me. So it's just
Gotcha. I wasn't trying to ruin it. I was just asking.
I mean, I can start spelling captain with a K if it makes you feel better. I'm not gonna do that. I won't remember. So yeah,
she points out.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say because she points out how much more work the Flash leaves for them when he just randomly zips criminals into the fucking
Does he really
station.
leave more work for him? Because he kind of took out the beginning part. They still got to do their police work.
The paperwork.
They just don't have to actually catch them though. So it's just like, he kind of eliminated that part. I guess she's more annoyed that they have to do all the boring part without any of the fun part. Because I assume actually catching and arresting them is the part they get the thrill. So
true.
Just
but how do you know who did what?
Yeah, he didn't even leave a note or nothing.
I think that's what that's how I took it. She was just like, I gotta figure out what the crimes were, who did them, how they did it, and it's not like they're gonna be forthcoming. So that's why I was like, I understand what she's saying.
Yeah, he should have.
I agree. Right, I agree with what you're saying in that he did all the fun shit.
Yeah. So yeah, he should definitely have left a note on each one, just like Jitters robbery.
Just like who, what, where, when, how.
They didn't even need to say the name. Literally just say what the crime was he brought him in for. Because there was news all over. They called people in. They called the police in on them all. So it's just like like I said, just Jitters robbery.
Match.
Just you just put the name on it, like put the name of the crimes. Did you have that thing? I think there's only basically my generation, and older, and barely my generation too, where it's just like the teacher would staple a note to your shirt.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I think by the time I got to elementary school, that was considered abuse.
Yeah, probably. It didn't happen to me, but I know of other people that happened to. So it's just,
I don't know, because I have to imagine that stopped because someone probably stapled the child by accident.
Probably. The problem is the schools I went to, it probably wouldn't matter. I went to private schools. They play by different rules.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I went to public school.
Yeah.
I'm a product of the system.
Private schools play by different rules. They do whatever the fuck they want. And it's just like, like, oh, you're so coddled. I'm like, no. That just meant that the teachers could do whatever the fuck they want to you. It was sanctioned.
Yeah, he gets a staple to the chest. He'll be all right. Maybe the parent will understand. It'll create urgency.
My elementary school still did spankings. It was a thing, kindergarten up, they still did spankings. When I got there, it never happened to me. Once again, but I knew that it happened because I was slicked in that.
No, that was abuse.
Oh, it was. It 100% was. Someone who's not your parent spanking you. How is that okay? You don't get to harm my child. I wish somebody would try to spank my kid that wasn't.
Ooh, the way me and one of my coworkers talk about stuff like that, because she has a daughter who's going on 3. So she's been looking up 3Ks and stuff like that. And I was saying, she was saying how, she's trying to do all this research because, you hear all these horror stories about places. And I was like, Nadia, I hear about any funny business and hijinks. We will both be at that school throwing hands. Yeah. Seriously. She said the same thing about Lou's school. She will come to Harlem from Brooklyn.
Exactly. He's just like, yo, if you got an issue with my kid acting up and you see him acting up, you ain't got to do shit. You bring him to me and I will handle it accordingly. You don't put your hands on my child. The fuck is wrong with you? And by that I mean don't hit him or anything. If you gotta physically bring them to me, yeah, do that. Sure. But Yeah, as far as you spanking my child, look, unless you want hands put on you, do not put hands on my child.
Yup. How did we get to that?
I don't know.
We're gonna move forward though.
Yeah. So she's all like, yo, if she wants a direct line to the Flash, like, yo, we need to be able to contact him because what the fuck? And
It'd be
Barry's not,
easier.
yeah, Barry's not really like keen on it, but he talks to Joe about it, and Joe thinks he should do it. Like, I had a direct
Hey,
line to the Flash. Cecile
I
has a
mean,
direct line to the Flash. It makes sense. The captain should have a direct line to the Flash. It makes sense. Give everyone a little communicator thing, but a little app thing,
you know, but is it when Oliver was Arrow, like I mean, to some degree, um,
Captain Lance, yeah.
yeah, had a line to him. Gordon has Batman.
He's not the captain
And
though.
well, not anymore, but like, well,
He was the commissioner.
you know what I mean. But
I
like,
know.
just they have their the HNIC has a line to their town's residential hero.
Yeah, they
except do. Superman. Superman's like, I'll talk to the military, maybe.
Exactly.
And Anderson kind of just ruined that.
He's the worst.
But back to the Flash. I mean, it makes sense,
How did that happen again? Jesus.
What?
Like, for some reason, when we start, like, randomly at some point, your volume just jumps up super high. And I go back, like, how did that happen? It was not there before. But anyway, yeah.
Get with the times.
So also Chester is online doing some kind of live stream. I assume it's Twitch because of the live chat and all that kind of stuff. Anytime somebody's live doing stuff, I just assume it's Twitch unless he was doing YouTube live, but who the fuck knows. But it looked like Twitch to me. It looked like an off-brand version of Twitch, and so I'm gonna go with Twitch.
There we go.
Caitlin shows up and she's annoyed with all the posts from Frost and Mark. Is that his name?
Yeah. Because it's Frost and Mark, Caitlin and Marcus.
Yeah, it was Mark and Marcus. I remember hearing them like, wait, who's Mark? Who's Mark? Oh, wait, okay. She also has a date with Marcus. Then we get more arciness with Chuck and Allegra. Then there's some kind of we go to CCPD and a gas attack, like somebody throwing gas in there.
Yeah, someone gasses them. And they wake up with meta dampening bracelets.
Yeah, but when he first walks in walks Goldface, which is still a stupid name, but whatever. It's somebody who, was such a linguist and well-read and all that. Goldface is the best he came up with.
Well, he couldn't use Goldlink because that's already an artist's name.
He could use something else. He could have come up with something better. Like I said, as well read as he is, as much like he had a bachelor's degree in what? It was I forgot. But
probably English literature or something, the way he was.
It was something in that realm though. It wasn't English lit, but it was something in that realm.
Renaissance lit.
But yeah, they all have those dampening bracelets on, so they dampen the powers, and they also are bombs. So if somebody tries to fuck with them, it blows up and they die.
Like literally blows up. Like that was a whole explosion that happened on that mannequin.
Yeah. So he wants something out of the armor. We find out later on it's the meta bullets. Let's see. So apparently Caitlin messed up their dinner reservation. And I was just like, damn, that sucks. And the thing is,
she booked it for next January.
Yeah. I didn't know they let you make reservations that far in advance.
That's what I was
I've
thinking.
made reservations for dinner several times. Somebody who's made several dinner reservations. I have never made a reservation for 10 months in advance. Like
you usually can't get past 90 days.
Yeah, it's just what the hell. So they like, you know what? The date is at the bar now. So they at the bar and Frost and Mark are there. And now it's a double date. Yay. And Caitlin is not too excited about that, but
that almost felt too on purpose.
Yeah. She talked about it. She's purposely been sabotaging it because she doesn't want to get too close to it.
Yeah. She doesn't want another Ronnie.
Yeah. That was his name?
I get it.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
I don't remember.
My feet running.
So yeah. Goldface is down there. He's looking for the meta bullets. They're not in the armory. He wants to sell them. Kramer won't tell him where the actual meta bullets are. And
his plan was a good one.
Yeah, it made perfect sense. If
his business plan was solid.
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
All that was missing was the fact that the bullets weren't there.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Yeah. So he's basically like, okay, well, I know you don't care about yourself, Kramer. What if I'm gonna kill this motherfucker? Like, he's about to kill Barry. And Barry's like, I'll help you find him. I'm like, oh, you fucking coward. He also recognizes Barry from before, the dude that set him up, but
but still not as the Flash, because I was about to be like, oh shit.
Yeah. So there's more double date stuff. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is up with Caitlin? Why is Caitlin being so awful? Like, but yeah.
Right. It was like they were talking about something so innocent and playful. And then she was like, hey, Marcus, did you know? And I was like, why are you airing out laundry right now?
That's none of his business. He just met these people.
Right?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't know anything about them. And this is what you're going to do?
Bless you.
Thank you. I tried to mute and I couldn't find it in time. And it was either that or projectile all over my keyboard. And no.
I hear you. So back to the precinct. Barry, of course, is up to something because he wouldn't just give himself up like that. But
right. Starts talking about him and Goldface's Goldface's and Amulet's relationship.
Yeah, but so yeah, apparently they're actually working together now. They're not just in a relationship; they're actually working together, business wise. So apparently, what he did was the device he's supposed to be using to help him find the bullets. It actually does this weird high pitched whine thing. It fucks him up, and
he changed the frequency in it.
Yeah, so him and Kramer can run away. Also turns out that Kramer's powers, because of the way they work, they're very unique. They shorted out the bracelet, so it doesn't work on her no more. But she don't want to use her powers on Goldface because she can't control him.
So she's scared.
So she says, she's scared to try to control him because she feels like she can't because things go wrong. She bursts up some shit and all that kind of stuff.
I get the concern, but you got to get it together somehow.
Yeah, then we get Caitlin and Mark. They're talking at the bar, and basically she's afraid to really commit to Marcus because she doesn't want to lose him. Blah 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 blah.
And you gonna lose him acting the way you fucking are, girl.
Yeah. So basically, what she wants is Kramer. She knows she can't control her power. She wants the Flash to help her learn how to control her power. She wants him to teach her. That's why she really wants to have a direct line to him because she needs his help.
She's just like, fuck all this extra work, police work shit. I need help personally.
Yeah, help me.
Nigga. Jinx. Owe me a soda.
Come get it.
Ah!
Whenever you get here, as soon as you get here, I'll buy you one.
There'd be so many sodas owed at that point. No, we don't really jinx that much.
I owe you one. So, let's see. So Goldface is like, yo, get your ass down here, or I'm gonna start killing all the hostages. Kramer shows up. She stands up to Goldface, uses her powers, holds him off while Barry gets the bracelet off and runs away. Flash to the rescue, locks everybody up, easy peasy.
She actually knows what the crimes are this time.
Yeah, she was there, so she knows what happened. So that's good. We get another instance with them talking. Barry and Kramer. Turns out Kramer knows that Barry is the Flash.
I haven't genuinely cackled at the Flash in a moment. So when he said, I'm gonna give you the honest or the identity, I was like, oh, this is different. And then she looked, she's about to laugh too. And she was like, Barry, I know. Yeah, and I was like, I was just like, oh. But at least this time it was because of deductive reasoning.
Yeah, logic.
Not,
and it was, yeah.
Just like, there's no way possible he got out of this.
Mm-hmm. And the Flash showed up right at that time. Yeah, definitely.
Like, how would he have known to go for Barry?
Exactly.
Like, the minute he said that Barry, though, you might, like, if you didn't really want to tell her, you could have just killed, you should just be like, Alan's dead now. I'll be the Flash full time.
Yeah. So then we cut over to the West household, and Joe and Iris are sitting at the table, they're talking, and they mention the baby. The baby has been mentioned, so the baby still exists. We haven't seen said child, so it might still all be a ruse. The kid might actually still be dead that we haven't seen, but they
notice how they are trying to keep her progression going by saying all she wants is chicken nuggets, indicating she's a toddler.
She's now eating solid food and wants chicken nuggets all the time because toddlers.
I love that Iris said, "Don't knock chicken nuggies," because that's literally what I be saying. Mm-hmm. I'm like, don't knock the nuggies. Yeah. My friend hates when I say that.
My nephew's son, so my great nephew, I guess you would call it, who's been living with my sister. She has convinced that kid, so was clever enough to convince that kid that cauliflower tots were chicken nuggets.
I've tried that. Luna's not dumb in the way that I'd like kids to be dumb. Like, she's dumb. She's not
ways to be dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, like she doesn't. She's not dumb in the way where I can give her like a broccoli tot that's like 85% potato and like 15% broccoli. I can't be like, it's a tater tot shaped like a dinosaur, because she'll be like, what's the green in it?
Jalapeno.
Well, no, you can't tell her that. You tell her that, she definitely won't eat it, because then she'll say that's spicy.
Oh, she doesn't like spicy? Oh,
I'm sorry. So like, even today when we said we were having steak for dinner, she goes, steak is spicy. And I was just like, no, that's your daggone father putting all that pepper on there. We don't do that. But it's just like, so I can't get that one over on her, because I'd be trying to, I could just get all her vegetables into like one nugget form, I'd be happy.
Speaking of steak, I'm going to show you something afterwards, because we're going out to dinner tomorrow. I said that quiet, no, she can't hear me. We're going out for dinner tomorrow, and this place has this thing with steak, and I'm like, this is going to be fucking delicious, and I can't wait to eat it. But anyway.
Right. I'll tell you afterwards. Steak and card.
Yeah. So yeah. Then that happens, but apparently we see Iris is like skipping through time, because like Joe went upstairs, came down, went and get some other shit, and she had told her to do some shit, and she skipped past
food away. Yeah, because I was just like, she went to go take a bite, and then the fork disappeared, the food disappeared, and then Joe comes back in. I had yeah. And at first I was just like, is time erasing stuff? Like, I thought like, for a moment, whatever had happened in last week's episode was affecting here, in that the person who invented the fork, gone. The
person who invented the fork is gone? It didn't go back that far, Mara.
I saw this like, why are things, that's why, because even last week at the end, when something else had disappeared, I was like, why are these things disappearing? I was just like, did they somehow erase the people who made it?
No hot combs or nothing. They somehow erased Madam C.J. Walker. It's all just.
But like, I was just like, I'm so confused. So like, when Joe came back inside, I was just like, are we going to get another instance where they erase a child, or they change the gender of a child that we don't see on camera a lot? Because he went upstairs to check on her, and then I was like, he gonna come back downstairs and say, who is boy? or he gonna say, who's Jenna? And I was stressed for like half of a second.
Yeah. Oh man.
But then her eyes glowed green, and I was like, oh, here we go again with her temporal dissonance going on again. Is that what that was? Or am I making those things up?
I don't remember, but it's something with the time shit that's fucking her up. So yeah,
I can't tell if
sounds right.
if those are scientific words that I'm making up from the real world, or if I'm making that up from the Flash.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Something, but she needs Dion again, I guess.
Get your son.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the Flash. Next week, Superman and Lois is back, Naomi's back, and we got the Flash. But this week, Mara, who's winning?
The Flash, Kramer.
I was gonna say Kramer because
Yeah.
Flash, he kind of came out even on that one, but Kramer got what she needed, so I'm gonna say Kramer. Who's losing?
Goldface.
Fair.
Iris is also kind of losing.
I was gonna say Iris, but yeah, Goldface. That makes sense too. Nobody
going to
dead, so
right, going to jail versus time shit's happening that they're gonna resolve anyway.
But yeah.
Till next week. Bye.
Well, that'll be it for this week's episode of Super Flash. Yeah, tomorrow was a brief one. Don't forget you can follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at The Creation World. That is at TheCreatia World. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/Creation World. You can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
Instagram, Twitter, and it just dawned upon me the other day. TikTok. At Mara the Shark.
Yeah, you be ticking and talking. Yeah, tell them.
MARADASHARK. I use the same handle on all of those. I haven't made a TikTok in a while. I need to get back to that.
Yeah, I keep saying I'm gonna start ticking and talking at some point, but I probably won't. But I keep saying I will.
I want to make TikToks of our Dungeons After Dark. That'd be fun because I feel like
That's what I was thinking I would do as far as my TikTok goes. It'd be all Dungeons and Dragons based. So yeah,
I'll make an account so we can reserve our name.
Okay, works for me.
My task of the week.
I think we have a.
Yeah.
Do I have a Dungeons After Dark email address? I don't. But yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah. Make one.
It's my task for the week.
Yeah, there you go. You got a task. What else? Wrestling fans out there, check out Smacking It Raw each week. There's also a Facebook group for that. Facebook.com/Smacking It Raw. I think that's it. Subscribe to the YouTube. Please, I'll put the link there. Just do that. We'll catch y'all next week, though. Till then, we out.
Bye.